Hey beauty nerds, welcome back to another beauty episode with me, Priscilla Marie. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, for those of you who have been subscribed to my channel and seen my previous videos, then you know that I look different. And if you're new to my channel, then you would have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. And yes, I did change my hair color. We're not done with it. For those of you who haven't seen any of my videos, this is the first video that you're watching of me. My base was really dark. It was actually my natural hair color, which is a really dark brown, almost black. I had like the blonde kind of on the bottom section. Well, I needed to change that, and I've always wanted to go blonde. And I was gonna wait till we were done with my hair to film a video, but it's been about 4 or 5 days since I uploaded my last video, and I really missed filming. I didn't want the hair to stop me from doing what I wanted to do. Whatever, you girls know what it's like when you're changing your hair color and it's not the way you want it to be the first time, so you just gotta keep trying. And you know, you guys can just see the process and kind of go along the journey with me. You ladies clicked on my video because you want to know how to highlight and contour. Along with highlighting, there's some times where you need to correct as well. So I also showed you how you can correct any pigmentation that you have in the skin, and I gave you a few different options of products that you can use and also a little trick that I have. Anyways, if you nerds would like to know how to highlight and contour, you know what to do, just keep on watching. Now there's days where I wake up and underneath my eye it can be bluish purpley. That's when I know I need to correct it before highlighting. So I brought you guys in closer just so that you can see what I'm talking about. It's a little bluish here for me, especially right in that inner corner. Everybody is different. Like myself, underneath my eye, it's kind of like a bluish purpley color. Some people have like a reddish burgundy kind of color. Some people have green, some people have yellow. To know what color cancels out that color that's underneath your eye, you need to be familiar with the color wheel. If you're not familiar with the color wheel, I will link a picture down in the description box so you can check it out. To cancel out a color, you need to use another color that's complementary to it. So for example, myself, it's more of a bluish purpley color. Across from blue is orange. That's the complementary color for blue. So I'm going to use like a salmony color. If you have purple undertones, across the color wheel from purple is yellow. If you have red underneath the eyes, then you're going to use a green color corrector. There are tons of color correcting products that are out on the market today, okay? Urban Decay has them, MAC has them, NYX has them, a whole bunch of different cosmetic lines. NYX has a perfect palette. It has 6 different color correcting colors, which is perfect, especially for those who are freelance makeup artists, you to have in your collection to use on your clients. If you don't have either of those, then I'm going to show you a little trick that I use. If I don't have my color correcting products with me, I will use what I got. Okay, you gotta use what you have. This is the BH Cosmetics 66 color lip gloss palette. Now it doesn't have every color in the rainbow, but it has a lot. I'm going to grab this orange color right here, and I'm also going to grab this white color. So I have 2 of the colors right here in the back of my hand, and I'm going to mix them together. This is what it came out to. It's a salmony color, okay? I'm going to use a Sigma, this is a this is an E70 brush. When you're correcting underneath your eyes, do not bring it all the way back. I'm only going to place this color wherever you have that pigmentation, okay? So for me, it's really right in this inner corner, right there. That's where I'm going to place that, okay? That's it. I'm not going to go any further down, any further back. I'm gonna leave it just right there. Okay, so this is what you have, right? I'm gonna take my beauty blender or my Real Technique sponge, whatever you have, and you're just going to blend that out and tap it right on that spot. And so I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but to me already I don't see any discoloration. If anything, it looks a lot brighter. If you feel like you don't really have discoloration underneath your eyes, by all means skip this step and go straight into your concealer. But this is for those who you do see some discoloration underneath your eyes, and if you ever do apply a lighter color concealer and throughout the day you kind of see it fading away and you see another color kind of peeking through, that's because you didn't correct it. Now this also works for any other discoloration that you have on your face. If you have like acne scars, or if you have current acne, you know, zits or anything like that, it's a little bit red, or if you have a bruise that's like a purpley color, anything like that, you can correct it. What you want to do is correct whatever you have going on first before applying your foundation. Okay, so now it's time to highlight. When it comes to highlighting and you're using concealer to do that, you want to make sure that it is at least 2 shades lighter than your skin complexion. I'm going to use my handy dandy Glamouflage concealer by Hard Candy. I am obsessed with this stuff. It's amazing. It's just amazing. I'm going to use the same brush that I used to apply that corrector color, and I'm going to put that right over top. What do you want? And what I'm going to do is put this in a triangular shape. Okay, so I'm going to put it all the way down, and I'm going to bring it all the way back, and then just fill in that space there. I'm even going to take whatever's left and kind of put it on the I'm gonna place some of that like on the sides of my nose. And what's that gonna do is help your nose look a little bit more pinched. I'm gonna also put a little thin line on the bridge of my nose. Bring it up to the forehead, and then you want to do almost like you almost like fanning it out onto the forehead. When you're highlighting, that means you're bringing your features forward. If you're not comfortable with a certain area of your face, if you don't really like your chin, if you don't like your nose or your forehead, then don't highlight those areas, because that's what's going to bring it forward. Now we're going to contour. I don't normally do a cream contour. If I do, it's only because I'm going to an event and I want my pictures to look really nice, and I want to look like super slimmed, and I just want my pictures to come out like flawless. This is a really dirty palette. Yes, it is. I know. So I'm sorry. It's a palette that I used to use when I did freelance, and it's actually foundation. I don't freelance anymore, so I just use it for myself when I contour. This is RMCA VK palette number 11. When you hear contour, you're like, oh, you have to use an ash cool tone color to contour because that's what sinks it in and that's what makes it look more natural. And I agree, but I also disagree. Not everyone can use a cool tone color contour to put in their cheekbones and it'll look good. Sometimes it looks dirty, it looks muddy, it just doesn't look good. Some people need to use a warm colored contour color to put it in their cheekbones or whatever. Me personally, I don't really like a cool tone color on me for contour, but I don't like a warm color either. So I'm going to find a color that's neutral, something that's in the middle. And with contour, you want to also have that color a shade or two darker than your complexion. I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's a little warmer than what I normally use, but that's okay. You can take the stick of your makeup brush and put it right underneath your cheekbone. You can feel it. I'm gonna go from the top of your ear and then bring it down. Don't bring it all the way down. Bring it to like the end of your eye. You want to gradually just flicker that color upwards. You never want to go down because that's what's going to make it look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow and you have a beard going on. That's a no-no. We don't want no beard. No. I'm going to put some right around the edge of my forehead, so around the hairline. Put some right on my jaw. And I'm going to put a little bit on the side of my nose. Also, I'm going to do like a little V under there, and that is what's going to help it make it look a little bit more up and kind of push it up a little bit. If you feel that your forehead is too small, don't contour your forehead. don't do it. If anything, you want to bring that highlight color a little bit higher, okay? If you feel like your forehead is a little bigger than what it should be, then you want to put more of the contour color and less of the highlight color. What I like to do is go back in with my beauty blender, and I first like to blend out the highlight color and then go in with the contour color, because if I get a little bit of that contour color into the highlight, then it's gonna darken it up a bit. So just be safe and go in with your highlight color first, and just go ahead and tap that baby out. Alright, so now that our highlight is blended out, we're going to go into, what is this? Go into our contour color. And I'm going to use the butt side of the sponge. While you're blending, make sure that you pull it back into your hairline and almost like on top of your hair, so that your scalp isn't like a whole nother color. Okay, so we are all blended out for the most part. Everything looks good. It's not too crazy harsh. You can still see some definition, but it's blended out. And it also gave some color to the skin. So now, of course, we need to set everything. I'm going to use the Ben Nye Cameo powder, and that's what's going to set my highlight color. I love to bake. I've said this before. Baking just works for me. That's what helps keeps my concealer in place, and it does not budge. If you guys prefer to use a pressed powder just to set it and then keep moving, then you can do that too. First, going to take my sponge and I'm going to go underneath my eyes again, just to make sure that there's no creases before I apply that powder and set that in place. And straight with my sponge, I'm just going to dip it in that powder and press it onto the skin. And then what I like to do is take one of those sponges that you can find at like the Sally Beauty Supply or at the Sally Beauty Supply store. And this helps me like set and like really press that powder in. Do the center of your nose, your forehead, so anywhere you highlighted. I'm going to go in with my Ben Nye banana powder, and I'm going to take a dry beauty blender, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this and set the rest of my face, even over top that contour color. We're gonna put a contour color powder over top. So I like to set my foundation first before applying my face powders. And if you apply a pressed powder right on top of a tacky foundation or even a cream contour, it can make that color look really patchy and your makeup isn't going to look as flawless. I'm gonna go into the Anastasia Contour Kit. I'm just going to take an angled brush, and we can use all three of these, no big deal. Tap off the excess. I like to take the bottom of the brush and kind of do like flicker motions. Right where you applied that cream contour is exactly where you're going to place that powder contour. You want to do circular motions going upwards. Don't worry if you kind of knock off some of that baking powder. Whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to run it across my forehead around the hairline. I'm going to go in with an angled kabuki brush and dip into those same three colors, and that's what I'm going to use for my nose. I'm taking a MAC 188 brush. It's just a dual fiber brush, and I am dusting off the rest of that powder. Now I'm going to go into my bronzer. Per usual, I'm going to use the Skinfinish by MAC in the color Gold Deposit and take just a little bit of that. And I'm going to not place it so far back where I put that contour color, but right on top of that. I have to put a little bit around the hairline. And so the bronzer just helps gives the skin some color. Because I have like green eyeshadow, we're going to use more of a peachy blush. I'm going to use this one right here. This is from the Sigma Paris palette. Right, and the apples and bring it back. Now it's time to highlight for your cheekbones, girl. Yes, yes. The favorite part of any makeup routine is putting your blingin' blinding highlighter. So this is the L'Oreal True Match Infallible eyeshadow in the color Iced Latte. I'm gonna go with my fan brush per usual and just dip in there. I'm gonna use a little small synthetic brush like this. I'm going to use that for the tip of my nose. Because I love a nose. And then I like to go over top of the highlight with the beauty blender, the beauty sponge, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And that, my loves, is how you contour and highlight. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys learned something new. If you did like it, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below so you can get updated on all the videos that I upload. If you guys know of any other really great contour and highlight products, list them down below in the comment section. I'd love to read them and see, you know, what else that I haven't seen or heard about. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, you'll see me soon. That has, I think, 6 different colors of color correcting colors. What? When the what? Alright, now time for the slow-mos. I'm gonna cut it off right there. Hey, you need to cut it. Kinda look bald. Highlight, if you don't like that, then don't highlight it. And now I'm going to go in the inner corner and secure that.